What's up, humans? I am Nebraska Bro, this is a loser, and I am here to talk about America. But the good stuff, because it exists, contrary to common belief. You see, it's the 250th anniversary of America doing something with the Declaration of Independence. It wasn't signing it, that was July 2nd. I don't know what we did. Something, apparently. Not when we started fighting, not when we ended fighting, not when we signed the Declaration, not when we signed the Constitution, not when we threw the Articles out. Just something with the Declaration of Independence. Go us, I guess. uh, but yeah. So, what good stuff is there to talk about America, especially now? Well, we still currently rank like number 3 according to the UN in food safety. So we beat Poland. Let's freaking go. um, we also we have Guam still, really great, awesome. Let's go Guam. Yeah, there's other good stuff too. Oh yeah, we can still like protest against the government and stuff. And if they arrest you, you can like sue the guy who arrested you. Cause like it's a violation of your First Amendment rights so long as you don't do something violent to justify the arrest. So yeah, that's a thing we can do. To the map area. Here at the map area, I can tell you a little bit more about America because I took the time to actually research stuff about it in between. Such as, we have some food dyes that aren't banned in the EU, which is also pretty cool because they keep bragging to us about how they banned some food dyes, and then we go, like, we banned some that you haven't banned yet. Granted, they have more banned than us, so that's a thing, I guess. That's not good. We should really focus on the people's health instead of the health of a corporation's checkbook. That was a totally sick burn. We've also got some other stuff going on, like you know, I believe we're still in the World Cup. I haven't really been keeping too much up on that. It'll occasionally be playing while I walk in through the living room, and I'm like, oh, cool. Cabo Verde's doing great. That's awesome. And then they lost to Argentina, which I hate. Cabo Verde should have won. No, that's not a hot take. That's like the most common take, I feel like. Yeah, we got some other stuff too that's cool, like in our history, such as in March 1st, 1867, when the state of Nebraska was added, and we were all like, let's freaking go. World peace is next. That didn't happen because Iowa still exists, but like, we'll do totally fine. That was a joke. Ugh. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of fireworks going off. I know that is a guarantee. So you can still buy fireworks here, unlike in the Netherlands. Granted, they banned it because people were like dying. That's the flag of Scotland. You can ignore that. But yeah, we helped organize the D-Day invasion that helped end Germany's reign of terror in World War II. We joined World War One because Britain intercepted a telegram from Germany that they were gonna send to Mexico, and it said, "Yo, Mexico, if you join our side, the Central Powers will give you Texas, we'll give you Arizona, we'll give you New Mexico." And Mexico probably wouldn't accept because they know that's stupid. They lost the first time they fought America in the Mexico-America War. Thank you, James K. Polk. You're welcome. But why did no one vote for me? Maybe because you're more boring than the state of Nebraska to the, like, Nebraskan audience. In fact, I'm pretty sure 100% of my audience is Nebraskan. back to talking about America, not James K. Polk. We did some other stuff like there was this whole thing with like the U.S. Oh yeah, the Cold War. That's a video coming up. That's gonna be sick. But that's not exactly a good thing. In fact, that was a kind of bad thing for both sides because there was a lot of death, despite the fact that it wasn't actually a war because of proxy wars. That's a whole other topic though, and that will be like 4 videos long. And then there's also some other stuff, such as the most important moment in American history, which was 2 years ago when I started this YouTube channel and was very cringe. Please do not watch my old videos. Other major parts of American history, there was the Louisiana Purchase, which was actually illegal. Thomas Jefferson did not have the authority to buy Louisiana, but it was such a good deal that he did it anyway. And like, was anyone really gonna stop him? Was the Supreme Court gonna go, how dare you give us more land and thus more influence? And this is all because Napoleon needed money to fund Europe stuff. So that's cool. There was the War of 1812. That wasn't awesome. Which is really interesting. You had Britain kidnapping American sailors. Sailors? You failed at sailing. You're a sailor. Britain was kidnapping American sailors, and that was like not cool to James Madison or the people of America. So they were like, how dare you? Also, we still hate you from the American Revolution, so like, we declare war. And Britain was like, I'm busy with Napoleon, Canada, you got this, right? And Canada was like, no. Canada proceeded to have this in the bag. Then America went, what if we took over Lake Erie? And they took over Lake Erie. And then they were like, ha, now we're winning the war. Also, Tecumseh's dead. And that's why there's no long... And that was like another major thing with the War of 1812. 1812, not cool. Britain came back, they burnt the White House, and yeah. And then like a year after the war ended in 1814, Andrew Jackson was like, well, I didn't get the news that the war is over because news travels slow, so what if I were to just, like, fight the British? He won, and there was a pretty cool song made about it in 1826, I think. Really great song, honestly. A fire beat. There's more to that, like, yeah, Andrew Jackson, you won the war and that secured him being president. Terrible dude. Andrew Jackson is like evil Teddy Roosevelt. They were at like the same level of insanity in terms of like physical stuff, you know what I mean? But like two very opposite ends of a political spectrum here. So yeah, that was cool, I guess, but not really. That really sucked. Uh We got a Nebraska fact. They call me the Nebraska bro for the reason myself. Nebraska facts, we got them. As you already know, our great and very interesting motto is equality before the law. And you know, not an endorsement to break the law. Yeah. Also, no one can agree on what our flag looks like. Every time I see the Nebraska flag, it looks different. So, yeah, that's just a sign we need to redesign it. I've made 2 redesigns, not to brag, so, like, who knows? Maybe in the future the Nebraska bro Nebraskan flag will be Nebraska flying over the Nebraskan cornfields, which are better than Iowan corn. Everyone knows that. Even Iowa knows that. They're just denying it. It's the second insult towards Iowa. If you're watching this from Iowa, it's just the, usual rivalry between our 2 states. It's nothing personal. Just business. And yeah. Wait, James K. Polk, how did you break into my house?